in the various Chinese cities. This visit, this time, is my second visit in China. I think it's really about the JCBC, and we've had very fruitful and productive outcomes from the JCBC. You can see it from the deliverables that have been achieved, 24 of them across many different areas, and you can also see how comprehensive the cooperation is across so many different ministries and so many different aspects of the economy. So it's been a very good outcome, especially since it's the first JCBC meeting we've had since the upgrading of our bilateral relation. We look forward to continuing to advance our cooperation across all these different areas in line with the broad principles that has been set out in our partnership, which is that we want it to be comprehensive, high quality, as well as future oriented. All of the cooperation that we have is really underpinned by close people-to-people ties. And with more people connectivity, with more direct flights, with the visa-free exemption framework that we are putting in place, we believe that will enable for more people flows, and that will provide, I think, for a very strong foundation for us to further enhance China-Singapore cooperation in the years to come. JCBC always has a large delegation because just the comprehensive nature of our cooperation, the different pillars under the JCBC, the 3+1 projects, we've got ministers in charge of all the different areas. It just reflects how comprehensive our cooperation is with China and how effective the JCBC is as a platform which brings together all the different pillars and all the different mechanisms of cooperation we have. It's quite unique. If you look at other countries, what we have with China through the JCBC is quite unique and really also very effective in enabling us to ensure that we look at issues every year and are able to make concrete progress and improvements across all these different areas of cooperation. On JCBC and whether this will be my last, I would say let's not speculate. There are many other things on the agenda. First is to think about when the transition happens. We have said it will happen, I don't know what the exact words were, but something along the lines that no later than the party conference next year, if all goes well. That is the exact quote. So if all goes well, hopefully we'll find a time before the party conference for transition, and then we can, all the rest of the consequences will follow after that. Visa-free does not mean zero immigration check. I mean, it's still a system, back end we do the necessary checks. But the point about a visa-free arrangement is that it does help to facilitate people-to-people exchanges. And when there's a mutual visa-free arrangement, then it's both ways. Singaporeans can travel there, and then people from China can travel to Singapore. And the demands are considerable, because if you look at today's flights, they are all full between China and Singapore, and that's why, first of all, visa-free does not mean that anyone can travel, right? Because you still need to get the flights to be able to travel. So even with visa-free, the constraint will be the number of flights, and that's why our first thing is really to see how we can get more flights, more direct flights through between Singapore and the various Chinese cities. There is demand because already the present flights are full. And if we can bring it back to pre-COVID levels, and then if we can even go beyond, then I think the visa-free arrangements will make it more convenient for people both ways to travel. And the demands are there amongst our businesses, amongst our academics and students, amongst tourists, even amongst individuals with family connections, and tourists, of course. So we think this will be helpful, and this will be a plus in terms of Singapore's interest, and that's why we have decided to proceed with it.